stuff in the comments below for us. What does enrichment mean to you? We want to know. We want to know.
Tell us.
I feel like I'm going to do this again, but I'm going to walk a little bit better this time so that I don't trip on my face. Facebook Lives brought to you by Blue9 and team. Hi Shannon, thanks for joining us. Tell me, what does enrichment mean to you? You've got a handful of dogs at home, some of which I've had the pleasure of meeting. What does enrichment mean to you? What kind of enrichment activities might you do for your dogs at home? We're not getting started with what we're going to say and teach you all about until we hear a little bit from you guys. So, what does enrichment mean to you? What are some enriching activities that you do with your dog? If you can't quite answer the question of what does it mean to you, give an example of what enrichment might be or what you might feel an enriching activity is. And then Jess, can you come take over manhandling this for me?
Yes, I can. I'm doing a little grooming in the background here. Maybe we'll show you that later.
All right, there you go. Cool. What's an enriching activity?
Something that makes the animal think and keeps them busy. Yeah, absolutely, Marcia. That's a great answer of what enrichment means. And what do you mean when you say makes the animal think? Want to elaborate on that a little bit?
Use their brains.
Use the brain. Half break. He's been a very good dog.
He's like, I am doing my climb. Awesome. All right, well, we'll go ahead and get started. I've got a couple of things I want to talk about. I've got my cheat sheet. I wanted to make sure that I didn't forget some of the points I wanted to make while we're on this Facebook Live. We're actually going to do a demonstration too, so I hope that you guys will stay tuned for that, see a new way that you can use your climb for enrichment. So I've had the pleasure of working with some trainers that are in zoo settings in order to understand what enrichment means to them and some of the enrichment exercises or activities that they do for the animals that are in their care. And so I loved this definition that I kind of like boiled down from all of my experiences. There's no wrong definition for enrichment though. But enrichment is something that we do to improve the animal's environment and care based on natural behaviors and instincts. So what we're going to be talking about today is kind of food puzzles and a way that you can use the climb for a food puzzle. So if we think about dogs' natural instincts, their natural behaviors, if they weren't so domesticated living in our homes and they weren't just getting a food bowl handed to them, then they would be foraging or hunting for their food. Dogs are foragers. They'll eat berries and stuff like that as well. So they're really spending time working for their food. And when they come into our homes, a lot of times we resort to just feeding them out of a bowl. And that's all right, most times. But if you end up having behavior issues with your dog, I'll tell you this, in my experience with any behavior, nuisance behaviors that we might have, 90% of them are able to be diminished or worked through by increasing their enrichment or their exercise. Obviously, along with doing a behavior modification program if you're dealing with some other emotional behavioral issues with it as well. So one of the enrichment things that we wanted to talk about is using the climb as a slow feed bowl and how we do this. So I'm going to have Hefty, come here.
Break.
You want some cookies? Come on, let's go. I'm going to have Hef demonstrate it. So this is also a substrate enrichment for him. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with some high value treats and just toss them into the bottom of the climb upside down for him to forage for and find. So I'm starting out with high value treats, low challenge. High value treats, low challenge. We're using the Blue9 training treats. These are not yet available for purchase, but they will be soon. Just stay tuned on us. But you can see here with Hef, he's hunting through here. He's using his nose to sniff them out. He's walking across it in order to get to it. So high value, low challenge. Hef's an expert though. So what we want to make sure that we're doing is we're pairing any activity that we're doing for our dog to our dog's experience level as well. So like I said, he's an expert. He's really good at this stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm also going to use some low value treats, just some little crunchy biscuits.
I have kibble here too.
Cool. Since I've got these over here, I'll just use these so I don't have to come and grab them from you. prepped the materials. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to toss this one here for him to go and find. What I'm going to do now is make it a little bit more challenging for him. So by unscrewing the legs, he's like, I'm ready for this.
Thank you guys.
Is it just your butt?
Here. In the screen.
Let's pivot it. Let's pivot this way. Come here, buddy. Go find that cookie. So what I'm going to do is put a couple of the cookies kind of underneath where the legs are. Oh, you stinker. And make him kind of hunt and work for that a little bit more. So Jess, I don't know if you want to try and get a little closer. I should have cleaned up this climb a little bit before sending him on this. But I stuck a couple of cookies down in there. I'm going to toss just a couple more in there so that he's got plenty to work for while we're talking through this. So just by putting the legs in there, I didn't snap them all the way down in there, just kind of rested them on top of where their leg placements would be. So he's able to move these around. He's getting some enrichment in the form of sound as well. He's moving these things around. It's a moving object. He's hunting for those food. That's the motivation factor that he has right here. But he's also really working hard with his paws, his nose, his muzzle, walking across all of this in order to get to it. He's like, this is awesome. I love that he's like trying different techniques too, like using his muzzle.
Help human.
Using his paws for this. And of course with herding dogs, they're bred to work so closely with humans. So a lot of times they will look to us for help. So if you find that your dog is like giving up, go back a couple of steps, make it a little bit easier of a challenge for him. Or up the value of the reinforcement so that he wants to work harder. Oh, that was a big chunk. Nice work. Excuse me, nice work. All right. So just to talk a little bit about some other ways that we can make it challenging for our dog, I'm going to kind of reset Hef. He hasn't found all of them yet. I'm going to reset Hef. Ready? Can you go find that cookie way over there? There's a couple of them over there. I'm going to toss a couple more in here. And then I'm also going to throw a couple of toys on here for him to kind of move around as well. He is like diving into it.
This is a game he was made for.
Yes. So I am good doggo. We've got just a couple of other toys. Now the Kong, this right here, this is a great food puzzle toy too. You can stuff, wet treats in there, freeze it, make it a really exciting challenge for your dog. So this is obviously a great food puzzle toy as well. We're just giving you options. Just giving you options.
Fun fact about the KLIMB and the Kong. If your dog has some problems holding it, think of our short, stubby, dachshund, corgi-legged friends. This is perfect.
That is pretty cool. All right, so he's going to town. He's working through it. He's stepped on these climb legs a little bit, so I'm gonna like help him out a little bit by moving them for him, just so that they're like out, not stuck in their leg holds as much. So again, we're increasing the challenge, putting a couple of additional objects on top of it. He's got to move those objects out of his way in order to get to the treats that are in there. So he's done an awesome job. He's like, I am not done yet. But even though he's not done quite yet, I want to show you guys one more way that you can increase the challenge for your dog. So I'm going to see if I can distract him one more time. Ready? Go get that one. Okay? Toss a couple more treats in here, and then I'm just going to lightly cover this with a blanket. And I feel like he's like, oh heck. Oh heck. So this is not a challenge that we've done with Hef before. So I'll be interested to see how he does with it. I'm going to uncover like just one corner of the climb so that he can kind of like see a way that he can get in there. This is great confidence building for your dog as well. They're learning how to navigate around additional objects. Every once in a while, Hef likes to, I wouldn't say, he's not startled or spooked by any loud noises, but he certainly acknowledges them and it's a distraction for him. So this is great for him to work around some other like weird noises that are happening with the climb legs that are moving around in such a positive building confidence building exercise. There are plenty of cookies in there. You better work. You better work. So just want to recap a little bit more about what enrichment is for us, or what we consider enrichment to be. Again, it's any activity or exercise that we do with our dogs in order to improve their environment or their care. And we do like to try and make these based off of natural instincts or behaviors that the dog already typically exhibits. Don't just think food. Think substrate preferences. Think fragrances or scents, smells for the dog. I was listening to an interesting podcast and someone was talking yesterday about enrichment for them can be putting different animal urine samples around their yard. So like hunters can like go and buy deer urine samples. I don't want to give any other examples because I don't want to make a mistake on that, but I know you can buy deer urine. So there you go.
May or may not have some bunny urine in my yard right
there
now.
There you go. So, that would be enriching for Rue because it's not something that he's had in his environment. So taking those grass clippings that your cute little bunnies were living in.
Good job.
Nice work, bud. And, letting another dog smell that. Other things that you like to do for enrichment is like bringing a stick back.
Yeah. So that is definitely something I do on all of our travels that take us all over the country. So I have another dog at home, Godiva the chocolate dog, that does not travel with us, but so she doesn't miss out on all of the scent enrichment from going to new places. That was awesome, Hef. I will bring her sticks or pine cones or rocks or some other things for her to just sniff around and absorb some of that scent from the different places that we travel. Or mail. Mail's a really good one too.
Because all of the different people that handle your mail,
yeah,
like the human scents that are going to be on it. So if you guys have other enriching activities that you do with your dogs, we would love to hear about them. What are some food puzzle toys that you might do with your dog? If you try this with your dog, we'd love to see a video of how your dog interacts with the KLIMB as a food puzzle toy like this. Definitely share a video with us, either in our Blue 9 Dog Training Games Helping Dogs Succeed Facebook group. So if you don't know about that Facebook group, Blue 9 actually has a sponsored Facebook group. You can join us. It's a super awesome community, posting lots of new ideas and activities that you can do with your dog and your KLIMB. Hef, did you get them all? So if you aren't a part of that Facebook community, definitely encourage you guys to check us out there. But we want to see what you guys are doing. So share a video of how your dog interacts with the KLIMB as a food puzzle toy. There's one more. It's in there, dude. Or give us some examples of other enrichment that you do with your dog in the comments below.
Oh, this is a cool one. Shannon says, we use scent tins with essential oils in them and place it in the leg holes of the KLIMB.
Oh, I've seen that. She shared a picture of that. Shannon, I'd love it if you could go and find those photos and either post them in the Blue 9 Facebook group or in a comment here, because I think a lot of other people would be interested in seeing that too. But yeah, that's awesome. Thank you everyone for joining us. I think Hef is tuckered out and is ready to call it quits. I love it. So we will catch you next time.